This is Plastic Adventures.
Terry Bogard, the legendary Hungry Wolf, star of the Fatal Fury video game series, co-star of the King of the Fighters video game series, sometimes a Smash brother, other times a Street Fighter. But where I came across the character was in a pair of 90s original video animations called Fatal Fury, The Legend of the Hungry Wolf, and Fatal Fury, The New Challengers. That eventually led to the absolutely terrific Fatal Fury the Motion Picture, which I still think holds up today. Voiced by Canadian voice actor and singer Mark Hildreth, he brought a sense of quiet confidence to Terry and gave depth to an anime character in a time where that wasn't necessarily the top of the order. He was also featured in the ill-fated live-action King of the Fighters movie, played by director stuntman David Leitch, but now we are officially done talking about that. What is at the top of the order is talking about the representations that Terry's had in plastic, or shall I say the absolute tragic few. For such a beloved character with such a cult following and so many appearances in video games, anime, and movie over the years, there just really hasn't been that much Terry. As a matter of fact, even in our collector-driven, mainstream toy world, there has never been a Terry Bogard mainline retail release in North America. Let's let that sink in for just a minute. That's not to say that there's been a total Terry drought, as there have been some specific Japanese-only hobby retail type figures that have hit the market, which we'll take a look at right now. Up first is this figure. From the early 90s, it was made to celebrate the release of Fatal Fury Special Edition. Apologies for the grainy pic, but these are not easy to come by. And as you can see, the figure shown featured just a sparse 2 points of articulations at the shoulders. Not a very good start for our man Terry Bogard. You can still kind of find this figure on eBay, but I will warn you, it is a reproduction and kind of a dubious one at that. Up next, we had a Terry from the High Dream Corps. These figures were available for about the blink of an eye, and were in a 12-inch scale. They also featured cloth goods for things like the pants and the accessories. There was a Terry planned for their main line of 6-inch figures, but they never got into Wave 3, which would have seen the release of the figure. Prototype images of the figure exist, but it's been so long that even the internet doesn't remember them. After that, we got this absolutely terrific figure from D-Arts. He came in a deluxe package with all kinds of special move effects and accessories, and he was highly articulated, meaning you could actually move the figure into all the positions of the attacks and special moves that you remember from the game. He was a bit fragile, though, and I often worried about doing anything other than just putting this one on the shelf. But hey, we got a Terry Bogard figure, right? Up next from Storm Collectibles, we have a similarly deluxe packaged action figure, and I'm going to say that this, to date, is probably the best Terry that we've seen. Coming in at a height of 7 inches, this figure's packed with a lot of detail and articulation, and the joints feel pretty strong, so you can confidently put him into all of those poses that you want to reenact from the games. The accessory loadout and extras are also pretty nice on this one, so I think it pretty easily justifies that sort of niche collector market pricing that comes along with figures like this. Up next is another 12-inch Terry, this time from World Box. As you can see, it's a great-looking 1/6 scale figure with a ton of great details and accessories, but it also packs kind of a hefty price, and I'm talking somewhere in the realm of like Hot Toys here. At last check, I believe it was about $340 if you wanted one of these, so again, niche collector figure. Shown here is the Terry Bogard amiibo. Not really an action figure, but if you're a collector, not much choice in the matter. You're just going to take it where you can get it if you're a Terry Bogard fan. The last Terry that we're going to talk about is from Tunshi Studios, and I think this may be the best one yet. As of this recording, it's starting to hit people's mailboxes as it's been on pre-order for about forever and a day. But as you can see from some of the details, it will come similarly loaded to our D-Arts and Storm figures, only this one will be in a 6-inch scale, so he'll fit well with the new Street Fighter action figures, and combines the best of all worlds of Terry Bogard figures. And so that's it. Just a few select releases over, 3 decades? Not really the best treatment for an icon like Terry Bogard, but hey, we're at least getting something. And with Jada picking up the Street Fighter II license and running hard with it, there have been some rumors that they're going to start dipping into other Capcom franchises, which hopefully includes Capcom vs. SNK, which might finally get us a mainline North American release of Terry Bogard in plastic form. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anything that I missed, please make sure to hit me up in the comments, or you can even commiserate with me down there. You can also find me over at Facebook as the Plastic Adventures Toy Community. So if I don't see you in the comments, I don't see you on the toy community, I'll see you in the toy aisle.